So you are welcome to the second part of the application process video. So we are going to continue with the practical aspect, that is in filling the forms. If you've not watched the first part, I would like you to go back and watch to know about the requirements and all that you need before you start with this part of the video. Okay, so if you already know about the documents and all that, you can continue watching. So in this part of the video, we are going to look at the application process, how to fill the form, how to include two schools, how to include two as a results, right? So definitely when you're adding two as a results, if not from one school, then that means you went to two different schools. So we are going to look at how you include both schools in the application form so that your application becomes valid, right? So let's get started with that, but then I would like to show you how to get there, right? So this is my browser. As you can see, you just enter in your address bar KNUST Admission. So I'll type that in and then we keep going. Right, so when you enter the KNUST Admission, the first thing that you see is the admission or application portal, right? Then you have the login and all that, generate and all that. So we are going to go inside and then I'll show you how to go about things when you get to the admission portal. Right, so this is the actual page for the login process. So you want to enter your portal and then see what you've done so far. This is where you come. All right, so I would like to take us back to the home of the admission portal, right, and then show you some things. Okay, so you click here, then it takes us back to the home of the application portal. All right, so here we have the apply online, generate logins, login, and then book accommodation. So I would like to talk about these four. So this one is the apply online is the first place we came from, right? And this one is for only international students. They don't buy the voucher, they have to generate their logins and then pay for it, right? And then here you log in to view your application process, just as this one, the apply online, but this one starts from scratch, right? And then this one you just log in to check what you've done, and then the booking of accommodation will opens when admission has been given, so you don't have a business here, right? So let's go back to our portal and then start with the application process. All right, so we are back to the application portal, or should I, okay, let's call it the admission portal as is stated over here. So on the admission portal we have the KNUST website, contact us, and then the home, right? And then down here we have some contacts that you can reach out to when you have a problem, right? Mostly it takes time to respond, and on weekends it's not responsive, so you only contact them during working days, right? And before 5 or 4:30 p.m. each day. That is how to go about it. So here we have the lost pin, right? So let's say you have your serial number and then you don't know the pin. The pin is a combination of the alphabets and numbers, which is kind of complicated to memorize or to keep in mind, but with the serial number it's just the 8 digits, right, which is easier to do because you can even memorize your phone number. So definitely you'll be able to memorize 8 digits that belong to you. Yes, so with the lost your pin, it's used to generate your pin when you've lost the pin. And note that without the pin you can't access the portal, and then we don't reset pins, right? When you lose your pin, the pin will be given back to you from KNUST only if you know the serial number, right? So with the pin, when you lose the pin, you just come here and then click on it. It takes you to a portal where you enter the student ID or the application ID or your serial number, and then they send the pin and then the serial number again to your email, right? So you just go to your email and then check. When you go to your email to check, mostly it doesn't come in the messages. You have to go to your spam to check for it. Okay, so that's about the lost your pin. So if it's only used when you've lost your pin. If you don't have the serial number, you cannot recover your pin. So if you lose both, that means you have to go to where you bought the form, right? So if you bought it at Ghana Post Office, you go there. I think they keep details of the items they sell and then to who they sell it to. So when you go there, it's easy for you to recover your lost voucher. That's the best option. When you lose your voucher, don't be calling the school, just go to the post office where you bought it and then get it back for yourself. When you get the voucher, it's better you make copies of it, right? Or you just write it somewhere that you can keep safely. These days there are a lot of online platforms you can keep. Even on WhatsApp you can text yourself, so you just send it to yourself and then keep it, so that when you lose it, you just go there, check for it and copy and paste, and then you are good to go. So we are going to log in to the portal and then we look at what we are supposed to do and then what we are not supposed to do. So before that, I would like you to subscribe to this channel, like the videos, comment and share with your friends. I know this is very important to most of you, and then there are a lot of you out there who are trying to understand how things are done. So I would urge you to share to your class group, WhatsApp groups, or wherever that you can share it to, so that somebody can also benefit from it. Okay, thank you very much. So let's get inside to the admission portal. Alright, so you are welcome to the homepage of the admission portal. Right, so this is a portal of an applicant, right? And thanks to him, I'm able to do this video. So here we are going to look at what we are supposed to do and what we are not supposed to do, right? So as you can see from the home page, we have apply for admission online, we have check your application status, make inquiries and report problems. So if you have challenges and all that, you just come to this part, the blue part, and then check your application status. Now sometimes some of you, when you log into the portal, you don't submit and exit, you just leave the portal and go. When you go and it closes, this place turns red. Or if your application is incomplete, if you've done something, you have to go back to the portal, start from save and submit onto the last part, which is the review. Then you close it, right? If not, this part will be red and then they will give you an indication that your application is incomplete, so you have to go back and check and blah blah blah. Yes, so avoid making this part of your application status red. And when you gain admission, or when the admission is released, this is where you come and check. When you check the status, it opens to a page where it gives you a review of everything. So let's see what's there. Alright, so here's the status. So when you are checking your status, this is where you get every detail. So when you gain admission, there will be a red bar at the top here with your name and then a congratulatory message telling you what to do and then what to not to do when that admission is in. You have two options, whether to accept or decline the admission. Yes, and for those who not gain admission, it will continue to remain like this forever. So when you get it like this, there are chances where you have to choose the fee paying and then the parallel. So if you have the chance, you just for those who will not be admitted as regular students, you can just choose the options that you have. So it says that regular admission is completed, however there may be spaces in other modes for admission such as fee pay. Yes, this only works when the admission has been saved. So when you check your status, so as you can see, first sitting, he has only one sitting, right? And then this thing, I would like to explain this one too as well. So when we talk of aggregate obtained, we are talking of the aggregates you had against the cutoff point of the program. So architecture, if the cutoff point is 8 and then maybe you had 10, your 10 will appear here. That means it will be 10 against 8, which you are likely not to get architecture. So not completed shouldn't be a worry when you apply with your result. It will only start when KNUST start working with the details of applicants, right? That is after the WASI results had been released. So your grades will come here. So when the school releases a information to you, mostly SMS, right? So the numbers you use in the contact part should be active. So they'll tell you to go and check, and when you come and check the grades, if you come and see not qualified, that means the programs you chose, it doesn't match your core and your elective subjects. The program you did in SHS does not match the program in the university, so you are not going to gain admission, right? So that is that. I've compiled a list of all programs in KNUST and broken them down into the programs that each SHS graduate can read whether you're a general art student, science student, visual arts, home economics, all those programs I've categorized them. So I'll put the link in the description. You can always check for it and then go and see for yourself the programs that you can read as a general art student, as a science student, so that you avoid such troubles. Not qualified is a very huge problem, right? So you would have to deal with it. Okay, so here he has his only first sitting, and then when you choose as an awaiting student, all the side will be awaiting, right? So with the results from WAEC, when the school verifies the results from WAEC, it will appear here again, right? So that you have it, and then you'll come and input your aggregate obtained, and then you match it with the cutoff point, right? So let's go back and then do the application. All right, so let's start with the first part. This is the enrollment form entry, right? The beginning of everything. So all right, so the first part is institution he attended. So here we are going to look at the schools that he attended, right? And for clarity's sake, he attended only one school. And then for those who want to include 2 or more schools, this is where you would have to do it, right? And then if you are going to include 2 results, you have to work that out from the beginning, that is from this part, right? But if you did all in one school, then this is where you are supposed to also do it, right? And then you see, when you write in the first year, the following year, if it is the same school, the following year you would have a different index number. So if you are using 2 results, you have to include that school here too, right? So the first one is here, so you come and click on add institution, right? And then it loads, then you fill in the school details, right? And then when you are done, you continue. If you have another school to add, you come and click on it, the same procedure, and you continue with it. So but since it's not needed here, I just have to delete it so that we proceed and go for it, right? So we proceed from here. That is how to add 2 schools or 3 schools to your application form, right? So these buttons we have previous, this one takes you back, and then save and exit. That is if I'm done with the, let's say you come to edit the schools, when you're done with just the editing, you can just click on save and exit. This one saves your application, but if you are not done, you just click on save and proceed, and it takes you to the next one, right? So here we come to the exams result. Here this is how you are going to include 2 schools or 2 WASSCE results or 2 NOVDEC results or a WASSCE result and a NOVDEC results. Just as the school, you come down here and then you click on the add results, right? You click on the add results, it loads again, then you come and select the type, right? If it is SSC, you include or WASSCE, then you come here the type. So this is WASSCE and this is NOVDEC, right? So the May June is WASSCE and then the NOVDEC is private, right? And then you come here, the exam year, make sure the year matches the year you completed school. If not, your index number will be given to somebody. I remember a case where last year somebody used a different year, and then somebody who was somewhere had admission, but then the name and then the details does not match that individual, so the person cannot even go to the school. So you just waste your money. That's how it is. And then make sure that your index number is also accurate. Make sure it's very accurate. So you come here and then you include the subject. That is that. So let's say you have another result, you click on this, you add the results. So the number of results should match the number of schools, right? The number of results should match the number of schools. All right, so that's that about the results. So we have the sitting. So the sitting is May June, right? So this is first examination results. So sitting May June, and then you completed in 2023, the index number here, and everything is correct. All right, so here we are going to I'm going to show you how the WASSCE candidates input DS. So I'm going to use down here. So let me add the results, right? So if you're a WASSCE candidate, you select the exam type, so WASSCE, then you select the May June, that is WASSCE, right? Then you enter the year, so let me say 2024. Now you input your number, so let me just input any number there, right? And I come and select a subject, so let me go for English language. Now as a WASSCE candidate, you are supposed to choose awaiting. You don't have the grade, you don't have the grades, right? So you choose awaiting. So for all other subjects, when you choose a subject, you choose awaiting as the grade. When you select the subject, you choose awaiting as the grade. When you select the subject, choose awaiting as the grade. That is how WASSCE candidates are supposed to input their results. So when the results come, the school picks it from WireX system direct, so you don't have a problem. So this is the case where if your index number is wrong, they'll input somebody's results which does not match your details, and then even if the admission is given, you can't come to the school because the index number does not match your details. So it's a very big problem. That's why some of you would have to come to the school and then go to UITS to explain yourself how things happened, and then they will have to solve your problem, which is very frustrating. You know, nowadays everybody wants to move faster, so if you are trying to cause troubles for people, they won't allow you. So second set, so this is the second result set, and then if you want to add another one, as I said earlier, you click on the add results, and then so what you can do is you just choose awaiting as your grades, and then you choose your subject. Right, so let's keep moving. Alright, so this is the part where you upload your birth set. So for those of you who don't have the birth sets, as you can see here, it's mandatory. You go to a cafe and then they tell you, oh, you can use your health insurance card to do, you can use your Ghana card to replace. They are after their money. They can't tell you can't do it so that you leave. They are after their money. They'll do whatever it takes to print the document for you and charge you. But the real deal is, without the birth set, you would have complications, because if there's an issue, the school cannot talk about it for you. So the birth set should be included. If you don't have it, there's a long way to go. You can always apply for it and then get it done. So it is mandatory. The Ghana card too is mandatory, so you cannot replace. You can use the Ghana card at the birth set column, then you go to the Ghana card column and use the Ghana card again, which is a duplication of documents, which is not accepted. So the birth set is very mandatory. You have to get it right. And then we have the transcript. This one is optional, so this you can choose to add it or not. If you don't have it, you don't have a problem. If you have it, fine. If you don't, just move forward. And then academic certificates, those who held professional positions and all that, you can upload. Or if you attended any program where certificates were given and you think you can upload it just to increase your chances, it's fine. You can just upload the file here. Right, so this is the supporting document section. You can just upload it. So if you have the affidavit, when you're converting the website to a PDF format, you can attach the affidavit too, so that it becomes one file, and then you upload it. Okay, so now let's proceed. So this is the application declaration. Unlike previously, the declaration is always done when you are signing. That is when you print the forms. You always had the declaration form at the latter part, where you'd have to look for an officer or someone with a higher rank to sign and then stamp on it. Now it's even simpler. You can just tick the circle, the boxes, and then you go. So those times I think people struggle getting people to sign, but now it's much more easier online. Yeah, technology is advancing, so you have to move in that way. Yes, so you just come and tick your boxes and then you are good to go. Right, so let's go to the program of choice. So here is the program of choice. Right, program of choice are the programs that you are supposed to choose. So here you are eligible to 4 programs. You can choose only 4 programs, just like this as choosing the SHS Course. Right, but here when your grade is very good, you can choose the courses randomly only if your grades are better than the cutoff points. I repeat, you can choose the programs randomly only if your grades are better than the cutoff points. But if your grades are not better, you'd have to arrange the courses in a way that you know that if I miss 1, I'll get 2. If I miss 2, I'll get 3. If I miss 3, I'll get 4. That is how it is done here. But if your grades are very good, honestly, you can choose the programs anyhow you want it to suit you. So here we have the stream. We have the regular, and then the fee paying, and then the parallel. But in the beginning of application, it's only the regular that is available to all. When the admission comes out and you don't get the regular stream, you are given the option to choose a fee, any of the courses you choose or any other program as a fee paying student. At the bottom of this, you get to take whether you should be accepted as a fee paying student if you don't get the regular or a parallel. You can only choose 1 out of the 3. So in the beginning, by default, it's regular for everyone, and then you go to the bottom, you either take fee paying or parallel, one of them, to suit your likeness. So you can download the cutoff points from this part, and then you go and check. So one thing most people find it very difficult to understand is that once you are done with SHS and you have good grades, it doesn't mean you can read any program in the university, particularly KNUST, because you are guided by some guidelines or principles to read a particular program. So if you are offering general arts and you want to do nursing, and the school says you don't do nursing, and then somebody tells you that, oh, go and apply, God's grace is there, or God will do something, and it's a system, it's a computer, not a human. So the computer has been informed that pick students that have biology, chemistry, physics or e-maths as their electives, and you have history, government, economics as your electives. How do you expect the computer to pick such a thing for you? And it wouldn't work. But people don't understand. They argue with the fact that nursing training colleges admit anyone for. That's not how some of the universities work. All right, so here you would have to check for the requirements of each program that you want to do. If you miss a single elective of the requirements, that means you do not qualify for the program. That's where when you will be seeing not qualified, not qualified, not qualified, as you can see on your screen. Not qualified, it's a very big blow. Once you are not qualified, you can't do anything about it, right? Unless you go and then choose other programs for fee paying, but it wouldn't work for you because you don't have options, right? So, and then don't choose one program 4 times. Yes, somebody will tell you, oh, this is the only program I want to offer, so I want to do that, and then the person will choose, let's say, architecture 4 times. Well, you miss the first one, there's no guarantee that you get it in the second chance. This is not picking of schools, right? Once you miss the first one, you've missed everything, because it's the requirement and the grade that count. So if the grade misses the first step, you don't deal with the hierarchy here. Once you miss it, you miss it, and then they go to the next one. So that's why you are allowed to choose 4 different courses. Okay, so let's say you have grades that sum up to 10, right? You know you cannot offer medicine, you know you cannot offer law, right? You know you cannot offer dentistry. Such programs, you don't even try with it, right? So you go for programs that are either 10 or above. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, you can pick them because your 10 matches 10, or your 10 is better than 11, so you stand a chance. So in your first option, you can choose 10. You can, for all your core 4 subjects, 4 programs, you can choose courses that have cutoff point of 10 because you meet the requirement. So that is that. You'd have to choose the programs very wisely. Don't wake up one day and go and see something that will blow off your mind and you'll be frustrated. It's very frustrating when you think you've done what you can and then it goes this way. So kindly check that, right? And then that's that. So here you get to answer the question. So do you want to be considered a fee paying student in case you do not meet the competitive cutoff aggregate? So if yes, you take yes. You can take yes for both sides if you want. So the fee paying student is a student who pays full fees, that is, who pays everything on their own without any intervention. And mostly fee paying students are not eligible to most or majority of scholarships available in the country. And then the poorer students are students that are part-time. You start school at 4 p.m. So if you become any of these after the admission has been given, that means you are likely to miss the whole accommodation, because these options will be made available when the regular students have been served and admission has been given to them. And to be honest with you, KNUST will always have problems with the internet, the website, when it comes to admission because of the traffic and the number of students. So they mostly try to break things down simple, step by step. So if you are going to opt for any of these, make sure that it's either you do it now, so that when it's done you just have your admission, rather than you wait when you don't get the admission then you come and choose it. You suffer a lot. So here, this is the Ghana card section, right? And then here, please upload any national identity card, preferably the Ghana card or the bio page of your passport. It's only the passport that can be used to replace the Ghana card, and it says the bio page of your passport. So you just go online and then check for it and then upload it. So this is that for all the application procedures. So we go to the review. Yes, so the review is a summary of everything that you've done so far. So you cross check and then you see what has been done, and then you print it. So when you print it, it's for only you. You don't have to send it to the school again. So I'll go there and then you see what they say. Yes, so here you agree that the information is correct and everything, and blah blah blah. You just tick all the boxes and then you give accept the admission. You agree and then you go, right? So that is that. So here it says what, please note that this application printout is not to be mailed to KNUST. It is intended for your personal reference. So you don't need to send anything back to the school because the school doesn't need it anymore. It's now paperless. So as if you've been following me on my TikTok page, that is KNUST News File, you realize I posted a video about it some weeks ago stating that the school does not accept the mailed form of the application. So that is that about the KNUST application processes. Thank you very much for staying with me, and I would like you to subscribe to this channel, like the videos, comment and share for more. It's an honor serving you once again, and I would like to wish all applicants a very good luck. Alright, so if you want to find out more or want to know more about KNUST admissions and all that, you can join my Telegram channel KNUST News File, or follow me on TikTok KNUST News File, or the Facebook or Instagram, and then I'll be updating. You can text me on any of those platforms and I'll be grateful to respond to you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.